Quiet class. Are you recording them?
I'm recording. Oh, yeah, it is a quiet class.
That's what I meant.
Yes, sorry.
No
Yes,
swearing, no
it's
talking.
quiet, no swearing.
No personal
No
details.
talking about people. All nice and smiles. Okay, guys, let's pick up our ball. Oh, just watch that little thing. I don't want
Yes,
to
I saw
fall
that.
over
I
it,
was going to
sweetheart.
tap that in.
Yeah, tuck it in. It's such a big leave that. So in between the inner thighs, I do this all the time, but it still makes me giggle. I don't know why, I'm like a child. And then just keep the shoulders down. We're going to go up for 10 with our arms just up towards the ceiling. For 9, for 8. Let me know if you get cold. I can put the heater on, or vice versa if you get warm.
I will not be getting cold.
Open the my 1-to-1 guy. It's not like him. He asked me, so can you open the window, Joe? It's warm. And 3, 2, 1. We're going to keep with a calf raise, but we're going to take it into our Morecambe and rise. And 2, 3. Claire might be the only one who's too young to. Do you know what Morecambe is? And for 4.
I saw the statue when I went to Markham Bay.
Oh yes. I've never seen that.
Yeah.
And 1. Well done. And then keep the ball there, and we're just going to bring our bum back towards the wall behind us. For 16. 6. Yes, squeeze that ball in. 10. It's when it shoots out. And 8. For 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. And then we're going to do a combo. So we're going to go up into a calf raise and then straight down into a squat. So it goes 1. And then bum back into squat. And 9 more. For 9. Arms up. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. Beautiful. And last 1. Fabulous. Take the ball away. Let's go straight into our balance. So if your balance is a little bit off, some days it can be brilliant and other days it's not. So always have something nearby, whether it's a wall or this. Obviously just remember that this is not quite static. So, and then we're just going to bring it up. So find your centre. Take and then just find your gaze. Again, if it's too much mobility wise or you've got slipper leggings on, you might want to take the foot into the lower calf and then just hold. Or if you've been on the gym this morning.
I'm concentrating on you.
Yeah, you can't do that. You have to just, because as soon as one goes, it's like a domino. Sometimes people like to do this. Some people twizzle their ear. Some people take it out, whatever, but I always find the trick for me is kind of just fixating on something and really pushing that big toe into the mat. But like I say, some days balance can feel easier than others. And then we're just going to take 4 up towards the ceiling on an in-breath. Out breath back to centre. In-breath. Out breath. In. And last 1. My balance feels really good today only because I've just done a very deep stretch class. So like my legs are tired. If your legs are tired, then balance is much harder. So if I go for a run and try and balance, my balance is not good. And then just allow the head to drop. Take a beautiful in breath. Out breath. In through the nose, out through the mouth. 2 more, really deep. Last one, in through the nose, and then gently, gently restack the spine back up. Watch my balance with pants now. I've just said how good it feels today.
I bet you're on this leg.
Okay, so I sometimes like to just use the roller just to get yourself up into it, and then really feel like you're almost drawing your femur up, that big thigh bone, and then just gently, just either take a, so some people like to gaze straight ahead, which is probably better posturally, but I tend to just look at like a little knot in the wood. Deep breaths in and out. Yeah, right leg generally on most people is better if you're obviously right dominant. And then take it up on the in breath. Out breath center. In breath. Out breath center. 2 more. Definitely my week like this. Well done, beautiful. Take that foot over again, bring it back gently into that IT band area. Just allow the head to hang. Your arms looking really floppy. And take 4 deep in, out breaths. Two more. Last one, breath in. And gently, gently restack your spine back up. Oh, lovely, well done, gorgeous. Let's take that to one side. We'll do some really low, deep sumo type squats. So if you can take it into first position if you want, but if you're a little bit prone, so this first position works your glutes more and your inner thighs. If you're a bit prone to sciatica, there is a slight contraindication with turnout, so you might want to do it in parallel. So keep the shoulders down, and then we're just going to come back for 20, 19, 18. Lovely. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. And then take your feet really super wide. Take your hands, interlink your fingers, bring your sort of arms up a little bit if you can. Chin to chest, hips back or bum back towards the wall, and then just gently come down. So you're feeling, well, you might feel it all in different places. Some people will feel it more in their inner thighs, some will feel it in hamstrings, some might feel it right into the bum. And then just bring your hands onto the floor. If you can reach, most people can this one. Oh, sorry, Paul, yeah.
That's right.
And then just gently forward and back. Forward and back. And beautiful. And we're just going to bring our feet back to centre. Sorry, Paul, I always forget about flexion and then I think, oh, I should be for something else. And then gently back up to centre. Well done, beautiful. Whew, come on, mate. Right, let's pick up both our weights. So I've given you 5s. Do you want a 5? Well, we'll do ones that I think we don't want to use a 5 with, and then we'll do bicep at the end. So take feet again into first position. So just draw the navel in a little bit, shoulders down. We're just going to go into dumb waiter. So we're going to do 16. 15, try and keep that rib cage closed, so try not to let the ribs kind of push out like that. 5, 6, actually have some falls in the car.
Ooh.
Just
Oh.
left out to bring him in. I took him to a one-to-one the other day. 5, 4, 3,
Stage in your life and you get excited about
2. It's like when I do side plank, oh, I love this, and people are like, you're weird. Why would you love side plank? And then hold, keep the core engaged, length through the crown of the head, and then in and again, keep them ribs closed for 12, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. So I'm going to shout out. So I might go front right, front abduction. Yeah? So front, yeah, abduction. Right? Okay, but I might say left. I might say left. So let's see if we can work our brain and our vestibular at the same time. So we're going to go left front. It's easy for me because I know what's coming. We're going to go left abduction. We're going to go left abduction. We're going to go left front. We're going to go right abduction. We're going to go right front. Oh, brilliant. Right abduction. Right abduction. Right front. Right front. Right front. Left abduction. Left abduction. Left abduction. Left front. Yeah. Left front. And then we're going to go right front and a calf raise. We're going to go left front and a calf raise. We're going to go right front and a calf raise. We're going to go right front and a calf raise. We're going to go right front and a calf raise. Left front and a calf raise. Left front and a calf raise. Left front and a calf raise. And then we're just going to do 6 right. 6, 5. Well done. Sometimes people just can't. They're like,
It's
no.
the dementia.
God, do you want to start a dance class for that?
Yeah.
And then the other side, I did 2 hours of dance last night trying to get the routine for this blooming. It's in 2 weeks' time, our dance routine. And the moves are fine.
hard.
The moves are fine.
It's
But
remembering.
it's remembering them. And then because we're doing 2 dances, I'm like, oh yeah. And I'm like, no, that's in dance 1, not dance 2. And then we're just going to move. Take a bigger weight if you want. You don't have to, but I've done, do you want a 3?
Yeah, it does.
Are you alright? You're alright, yeah. You can double up if you want. Do you want a 5, Carol, for a bicep?
What we're doing?
Bicep.
Well, you can have 5.
Oh, I can take on the calls.
Oh.
Thank you.
Yeah, mine will take more.
Okay, so we are going to either do, well, we'll do 8 with our foot on the floor. So for 8, bicep. For 7, keep that length through the crown of the head. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. And then lift. Again, keep the core engaged for 8, 7. If it's too much, just put it down. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Go on, Carol. And 1. Well done. Switch sides. So again, 8 with just the foot on the ground for 8, for 7, for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Yeah, it's fast becoming this Friday morning one. It used to be like a really nice gentle flow. Now it's and then 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Beautiful. 3, 2, and 1. And then we're switching hands again, taking the opposite foot forward. So we're going to still go into biceps. It's slightly easier than most of the action. Nice back leg, nice and long. 2 right angles as we go down for 12, 11, 10, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Excellent. 2, done. And then again, third 12. 12 lunges. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4 more, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. And then just take both hands, so just make sure you've got that real length in the crown of the head for this one. Take it central, and then 12, 11, my elbow always clicks in, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Beautiful, guys. Just place them kind of on the windowsill if you want. Just let me get rid of my cup of tea, Kim. That I've not finished drinking. It's alright, and we'll just do, always, if you're doing upper body work or any kind of weights, always make sure that you're doing that nice stretch. So just take one foot in front of the other, whichever leg, it's always a bit awkward because I'm obviously opposite to you. Whichever leg's in front, guys, take that same hand up and then just bring that hand into the shoulder blades. Use the other hand to push down into that tricep stretch. Take a beautiful in-breath. And out. 2 more. Last one. And then the hand that's on the elbow, take on the top of the head, the one between the shoulder blades, bring behind the back, and then just come into that bent elbow to stretch out the neck. In breath. And out. In. And out. Last one. And then just come back up, and just as a matter of interest, just try and take that hand and just see how far it goes. Yeah. And then back to centre position. Let's switch that other side. So again, just take it up nice and tall, bring that and then push in, take a nice in-breath. And out. In. And out. Last one. And then take that hand on the top of the head, bring this one. I was massaging a corporate event yesterday and right through that mid-scap. I'm like, whoa, it's tight. Just over.
What type of corporate events have people come and do massage?
So I think now a lot more corporate events have got like wellness.
Okay.
I don't know if they get wellness budgets or they just have fantastic bosses. So this is, and then just go up again, guys, so you'll see we made a massive difference. This side's nowhere near as good. So I think some big companies have wellness budgets, but I think this is it's my best friend's she's one of the directors there, so probably only about 17 people working for them.
Okay, yeah.
But he's just really good.
Yeah.
So he has like therapists that come in sometimes just to let them go and talk.
Yeah.
So it might be just that they're talking, financial worries or whatever. But I've done quite a lot. I've done quite a few finance companies as well, and they're all stressed, like the shoulders are like. All right, we'll just do talking about shoulders. We'll just do deltoid stretch, so just out in front, bring the other one, and then just bring it in. But yeah, it's an interior design company, so it's beautiful. It's really and everyone seems really happy. I just sometimes think if you're working in an environment that's really pretty, do you know what I mean? Yeah. It must make you feel a bit better than working in a little cubby hole. When you've got some GP offices, Claire at the window, so how do you go in? You're like 12 hours without a window.
Yeah. But the good thing is though, because you go see the natural light, you don't know what you're missing.
Well, until you get someone coming in a little sundress and know it's 28 degrees outside. Okay, guys, lovely. I'll just get rid of your bits so you're not battling them cabs. And we're going to get down onto the floor. So I'm going to take it from a modified version first. So everyone just come down into a 4-point kneeling position. And we'll take it into level 1, level 2, level 3. So what we're going to do in this position is, I need to think about this, is just take keep one knee down and then take the other leg straight and then just have a swivel. Yeah, so you want to really push into that bottom hand to make sure that everything is just, your shoulders not hiking up. And then come back to centre position. Sometimes I find modified ones harder than others. And then again, the other side, take one leg straight, keep the other knee down, and you're pushing the knee you're keeping the hips forward, lifting the bottom waist. And back to centre. If that feels like, do you know what, I feel a little bit like I'm struggling with balance, continue with that one. If you're used to the full side plank, you can take your right leg out, then your left one, so you are in that plank position. The trick with plank is you really are pushing into the mat, so really feel like you're lifting your sternum. Don't let that breastbone drop. And then push your right hand in, and then take a swivel. Lift up, well done, lift up that bottom waist, keep the hips facing forward, 3, 2, 1, bring it back, hold, the other side, keep going. Oh, we're all doing it beautifully.
I'm going the wrong way, so you just go.
Doesn't matter. And then back to plank, one more each side, push in, lift up, lift the bottom waist, push into the mat with the hand, 3, 2, 1. Switch again, and then lift. The side plank works so much, kind of works the deeper abdominal muscles and obviously strengthens that shoulder girdle. And then back into plank and then straight into a downward dog. So keep the hips up nice and high, heels are away. Soften the left knee and drive that right heel towards the ground. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. 3, 2, 1. Let's keep that going. So this morning when I did this, my calves were so tight. But if you practice downward dog every day, you're going to get further with that heel. And again, let's do 3 more on each side. Hold, 3, 2, 1. The other side, 3, 2, 1. And again, 3. Obviously, quite tough. Downward dog on the shoulders, guys. And 1 more each side. 3, 2, 1. Again. 3, 2, 1. And then have a really nice relaxation by taking the big toes together, knees out wide, and come into your child's pose. Let's just pump our hands a little bit to release any tension. And let's just hold for a good 30-40 seconds, breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. I always on an inhale really feel like I'm expanding the rib cage. You want to kind of broaden the back on the in-breath. And of course we did some lateral raises, guys. Let's take both our arms round to the right. So the left hand follows and it tries to come over the bottom right hand to stretch the lat muscles out. Take 4 deep breaths in and out. And then the other side. Again, deep breaths in and out. Two more. Last one. And lovely. Gorgeous. Okay, let's come down onto our front, guys. So onto our tummies, into a bit of prone work. So with prone work, I always find that this is the one that you have to probably think about core more than anything to protect that lower back. So we're going to take our hands into the seams of our trousers, or imaginary seams if you've got shorts on. And then push the pubic bone down into the mat. Draw the navel away from the mat. So imagine that the mat is boiling hot. You're not lifting any, you're not lifting your bum or anything. You're just literally drawing the navel in. And it's a difficult one, really. Some people, when I was taught, we were taught to really squeeze our glutes, but I've done quite a lot of courses recently that we don't want to overactivate the glutes. So it's more about keeping the core engaged. So keep that tummy engaged. Send your fingertips down towards your feet, and then just lift your forehead and your chest a little bit, but really reach your fingertips down. If you feel you do need to squeeze, it's hard not to squeeze the glutes, if I'm honest with you. If you feel like you do need to squeeze the glutes to protect the back, then feel free, but think more about that core protection. And then gently lower back down again. Let everything have a little bit of a wiggle. So just relax your back by just wiggling your bum. And then start the setup again. Push your pubic bone down, tailbone tucks a little bit, draw the tummy in, send your fingertips down, lift again. And I'm trying to think, I think you might have room with a bit of luck, Kim. We're just going to gently, so the neck is in line with the rest of the spine. We're just going to take our right arm out to capital T, so out to shoulder height. Yeah, that's it. Keep your gaze down though, guys. And then back to centre. Your left arm out to capital T. Yeah, good. Back to centre. And then both arms, and then reach. Yeah. Beautiful. And then back down. Always relax. Back down and allow everything to relax. Just let your belly just look. And yeah, like you just had a big Sunday dinner. And then we'll start again. So tuck your tailbone a little bit. Draw the tummy in. Slide your fingertips down towards your feet. Lovely long neck. Perfect neck. Lift up. Lift that chest a little bit. Just keep that head more like that. That's it. Yeah, good. Length through the crown of the head, and then right arm out to capital T. Beautiful. Back to centre, so it's getting a bit of a stretch through the pectoral wall as well, and then the other side. So try and incorporate some prone work into your practice. Back in, and both together. Nice ball, lovely. Hold, hold hands with your neighbour, and then gently back down. Nice play. Good, lovely. And then we're just going to just have a nice windscreen wide. Just bend at the knees and just release. It shouldn't get into your lower back, but it does a little bit, if I'm honest. Side to side. And while we're here, we'll do a little bit of a quadricep stretch. So lengthen your right leg, and then just take your left hand on your left foot and bring that heel into your bottom if you can. And still feel my knee when I do this. And then just push the pubic bone down into the mat to incorporate a deeper stretch unless it's enough for you. But yeah, just by pushing your pubic bone down and sort of tipping your tailbone, it increases that stretch. Hold. And then switch. Again, you might be very different on each side. Push your pubic bone down. Heel into bum. You can even lift that thigh away if you really want to stretch it out. Hold. And lovely. Well done, guys. Let's come on to our a roller. You don't want to use your roller, so at home, guys, if you haven't got a roller, if you're watching the video, you can do all this on the mat. Or some people prefer the ball, so if you want a ball, you can have one. The beauty of the roller is most people are a little bit forward shouldered, so a little bit kyphotic through that back. So I just think the roller just allows you to really open up the chest. There is a tendency for me to push my chin up to chest, so make sure you've got that nice length through the back of the neck. And then just let's take a little bit of time just to get that real position. So what does your pelvis naturally want to do? Just think about it. You can put your right hand underneath your lower back. Have you got a massive gap? Or is your back completely on the roller? So are you a little bit anteriorly tilted or posteriorly tilted? So if the hips are higher than the pubic bone, that is a little bit where you've got more of a gap underneath the lower back. If your pubic bone is coming towards you more, then the lower back will be on the roller. So we ideally want to be in neutral. So just give yourself some nice pelvic imprint releases. Everyone is different though, so even people that are in a neutral spine, if they're quite lordotic and they've got, you know, that big gap in the lower back, they still will obviously have a bigger gap than other people. So just find your own neutral. And then take your right hand, place it on the top of the head and just make sure your head is completely on the roller. If it's coming off a little bit, then just kind of shuffle down ever so slightly. And then we're just going to keep that lovely length through the collarbones. Our ribs we really want to be one big unit, so we want our ribs to be in and down if we can, and touching the roller. So with that in mind now, we're going to just draw the navel away from that imaginary hot t-shirt, bring our right leg up to tabletop and our left leg up. And we're trying to keep in neutral, so when we take the leg out, we're trying not to dip those imaginary drinks onto the mat. And then as we bring the leg back in, we're trying not to push them into the belly button. So we're keeping a neutral spine. Let's do alternate. Let's go right. And just think about your breath. Breath should be nice and even. Don't overthink it. I tend to breathe out on the way out, in on the way back, but it doesn't really matter as long as it's even. And just try and operate the same level of control on the way in. So most people are good at taking the leg out, but then they snap it back in and go into imprint. So just try and visualise that tiny, tiny little gap at all times, ribs down. Let's do 10 more. Okay, nice and slow for 9. For 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Beautiful. Take the right foot down, then the left. Give yourself a really big pelvic imprint release. And we're going to do another set, but we're just going to do a little bit of work for our neck. So keep our chin towards the chest, almost like giving ourselves a double chin. And then just take right ear to shoulder, and back to centre, left ear to shoulder. And again. I'm always a bit, when I think about what people, I think, oh, do people do this and think it's nice? Because mine's bloody awful.
I think it's nice.
Do you? Oh, when I take, no, I'm okay when I take right ear to shoulder, when I take left ear, that right side of my neck. Although Elaine, you know lovely Elaine, she's lent me a massage thing that goes around your neck, and that's made a big difference. But I've loaned it to bloody Liz and she's forgot to give me that. And then bring it back to centre. And then just imagine you've got a pen on your nose and you're just going to make some little circles on the ceiling. So you're just going to do some little rotations. So you can take that circle as big or as small as you want. Obviously the bigger the circle, the more kind of intense it can be. And then circle back. Beautiful. And then come back to centre and then just take your right arm up to ceiling. So you're going to kind of just try and keep your elbow locked if you can, and you're just protracting the shoulder blade away and then retract. So imagine you're just reaching up for something and then you're retracting back down. Protract, retract, protract. So when you're doing this, really you're moving the muscles around the traps and the pecs, and it just keeps everything moving. And one more, and then back down, and then the other side, and just notice if each side feels the same or does one feel a bit more clunky. And for 4, 3, 2, 1, beautiful, and then lay your arms back down, again, chin to chest, keep that neck nice and long, draw the tummy in, rib cage down, bring the right leg up and the left. This is where you can progress it if you want, guys, you don't have to. So we're either going to do 20 alternate legs with our hands down on the floor, or we're going to take our right arm up towards the ceiling and we're going to take right arm back, left leg forward and then back to centre. So the thing you're always watching for when you take your hand backwards, guys, is you don't allow the rib cage to come with you. So keep the ribs in and down, and that will protect that back. 4. I just bring my hand back to my ear and then just bring it back to ceiling. I don't take it forward, I just literally bring it up towards the ceiling for 3, 2, good for the brain as well. 1, beautiful, take that hand down, find your centre again, always more difficult on one side I always find. Left hand, usually left hand is more difficult to take away. Take the opposite leg, forward, back to centre for 9. First time I did it, I couldn't do left. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3,
Fine.
2, and 1. Beautiful, well done. Take right foot down, left again, give yourself some nice little pelvic imprint releases. Ah, gorgeous. Do you want to try something? Do you want to have a bit of fun, guys? I need to try these more. I think we did these the other week, Claire. I'm not great at them actually. So I need to practice more. I'll just show you, you don't have to do it. It'll be tough with less volume probably, but we'll do, I'll show you. So knees on here, nice straight back. So we're not going into cow or cat, we're keeping a nice straight back. Really push the mat away. First of all, this is the easy one where we're just going to lift for 10 and lower, and then bring it in for 10, and then switch sides, and then we're going to try and take one leg back. If you don't want to try, you don't have to. You could just try and trace the opposite hand, but let's do the legs and the bottom first. So take your knees. So there's a bit of a tendency you kind of want to do this and everything wants to. So really feel like you know, almost like a cup with the hand, and you're pushing the hand firmly in, or make a cup with it and not doing that. So find that straight back, gaze down, take your right foot backwards and just lift the right leg. Try not to lift too high. Think more about the length of the leg. So hip extension work, working the glutes. 5 more. 5, 4. Keep going. 3, lovely. 2, 1. I think your leg might just, then back in, that's it. And then nice hamstring curl, bring the heel into bottom. Yep, and nice Kim, yep. Good. Yeah, that's it. Good. Not easy on the wrist, guys, but it's good for loading. And then switch sides. So again, take the other leg back. Draw the tummy in, lift and lower. Lift, lower. Lift, lower. Nice calves, yeah. Very good. Yeah, everyone's looking really neutral. Just keep that tummy engaged. Whew. I should take a video of this. Claire's foot's like missing your head by about 2 inches. And then hold it up, and then that's the real art form, that Claire. I'm very impressed. 2.
I have no idea. So.
3. Oh.
I'll keep my head down.
5. 4. Beautiful. 3. 2. 1. I should probably have done the challenge bit first actually before you got too tired, but anyway, just come back into just a little child's pose. So just kind of sit your bum backwards a bit just to release the back. Take 3 deep breaths in and out. In and out. Last one. And then back to centre. So I would probably, so for me my right side I think is better. So I'm going to take my left leg back. I'm going to lift my left leg. I'm going to really push my left hand into the mat and then take my right hand. So I've got better than I was a few weeks ago when I tried this. Hold, reach, reach, reach. Not easy.
Sorry,
and then bring it back to centre. And then again, take the other side. And much harder for me this time. Good. Back to centre. Well done. Let's do that again. Can you do it without actually tracing your hand? You just lift. And then back in. And then the other side. Whoa. And beautiful. Well done, guys. So I only tried that last week. I got my roller book out. I thought, how have I managed to miss this all these years? It does do it with hands on a roller as well. So it kind of does it like this, which I've not actually tried because I knew I didn't have enough rollers. So kind of, I don't know, I'm assuming it will be harder. Do you think?
Yeah, you've got 2 wobbly things.
That side's not too bad. This side's definitely harder for me.
Yeah.
Yay! You know, it's nice to have a little bit of fun, isn't it? Okay, well done, guys. Let's take that away and we will. Gosh, right, okay, let's do some bridge. So take hold of your ball. I think it's next to you. Can you see it, Kim?
Yeah.
So let's take hold of our ball. Let's place it. So we're just going to do some ability bridges to start with. And then on the 4th one, we're going to stay up. So with bridge, you want your feet hip distance apart. Lovely length across the collarbones. And your arms down by your side. Take a lovely in-breath. And then do that little pelvic imprint. So imagine them tray drinks. You're going to tip them into your belly button, take the lower back into the mat, and really feel like you are forcing the feet into the mat to activate the pelvic floor. Take your spine away, bone by bone, onto your shoulder blades only. Sending those knees forward, the hips are high. Take a beautiful in-breath at the top. And slowly lower. All the way through, imprint, back to neutral. Let's take a breath in again. Gently roll the lower back into the mat. Give the ball a bit of a squeeze. push the feet firmly in, take the spine away, knees are forward, hips are high. Take an in-breath at the top. Slowly lower. Oh, I love bridge. I really do. I always think if people don't like bridge, I'm like, oh no.
Well, you could be a Pilates instructor if you didn't like bridge.
No. And then gently back again. One of my guys on Monday night said to me, what is the purpose of bridge? I'm like, oh, have you got 20 minutes? And then breath in. And again, slowly lower. So just giving all that kind of motion to the discs. Beautiful. And on this last one, guys, we're going to gently come back again. If you remember to push the feet firmly in, bring yourself up into your bridge position and just notice what the shoulders are doing. After they hiked up a little bit, so just if they have, walk the fingertips down towards the heels, and then we're just going to bring the heels away. So we're coming up onto our tippy toes. I love that word. And we're keeping up in bridge, so we're not dropping, we're just going to squeeze that ball, really squeeze it hard as though you're trying to burst it, and then release. Squeeze it hard and release. Squeeze for 3, release. Squeeze for 4, release. 6 more. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. 3 more. 3, 2, 1. Well done. Keep the heels raised if you can, and then I want you to come down about, I don't know, 3 or 4 vertebrae. Obviously you can't see them, but just imagine you're just trying to roll down a little bit, not quite down to the last rib, and then push back up. And again, roll 3 or 4, push back up. Roll 3 or 4, push back up. Beautiful. And again. So don't bring your bum down, guys. Just kind of slide, just to work the hamstrings a bit. Push back up. Let's do 6 more. For 6, 5, thrust back up. 4, yeah, 3. That's what happens, Kim. 2, yeah. It's amazing just kind of rolling down a few vertebrae, how much, and if you hold there, kind of before you get to your last rib and really tuck your tailbone, then eventually, yeah, if you stayed there for too long, the hamstrings would completely cramp. And then just gently all the way down, and always with bridge, take your ball away and put it underneath your neck, and then just pull those knees into chest. Have a little roll around. Oh, lovely. Roll the other way. And excellent. And then just allow your feet to come together. Let the knees flip out into that butterfly. Don't worry, everyone always worries in butterfly that the knees are just, oh, my knees don't go far. It doesn't matter, you just opening up a little bit through the inner thigh groin area and just turn palms up to ceiling and take some nice deep breaths. Last one. Beautiful. And then lengthen your left leg. Take your right leg to tabletop. Left hand comes to the outside of that right thigh. And then you're just bringing that foot over, turning your head the other way into that supine spine. Just, most people feel this in the back, but some people feel it more in their glutes. Again, just taking some deep breaths in, allowing the belly to gently rise on the in-breath. Out breath, release back down. 2 more. Last one. Back to centre. And that foot that was sort of over, just place it on the knee of the opposite leg and then just lift that underneath foot away. Just push the knee away from the midline. And just grab your band, guys. And that leg, that foot that's on the knee, take the band into that foot like this. Nice hamstring stretch. Again, try and do it in neutral. Try not to tip the tailbone too much. And just flex and point the foot. Flex and point. Oh, the calf's still today, Carol.
Okay.
Are you back running now?
Yeah.
A little bit, good.
Yeah.
And then just in and out, in and out. Yeah, just inversion, eversion of that foot. And then keep it into that inversion, turn the foot in, take the band in the opposite hand, and gently, gently bring that leg across the midline. Hopefully you've got room on. Just, and then turn the head the other way, take a lovely breath in. And out. In. And out. Last one. And back to centre. Take the band in the same hand and then allow it to come out to the side. Yay. Into that groin. And back to centre. Because we've got the band, we'll do the band work first before we do that supine spine. So just switch legs. And again, that flexion, and so dorsiplantar flexion, where you're just bringing the toes towards you, stretching the calf, pointing away. And then bring it in, and then inversion, eversion, in. Beautiful. Hold the foot in, grab the band in the opposite hand, bring that leg over the midline. Can feel quite intense, this one. Yeah? But I think it's the one that stops you getting sciatic pain. And then take a nice breath in. Last breath. Back to centre, grab the band in the same hand and abduct that leg away into that inner thigh. Feels a bit nicer than the other one. Beautiful, well done. And then take that foot that was in the band, just place that kind of leg into tabletop, just bring it over into that supine spine stretch again, which tends to be a bit more kind of upper glute, lower back. Anyone Halloweening tonight?
Yeah.
Are you taking, oh yeah, you're taking the kids out?
I've done a pumpkin, so they're welcome to come, but
Do
I'm
you
not
know-
taking another.
Do you know, I haven't done one, and then I need to go and get, I'm at the supermarket this afternoon, I'll get one then. And then take the foot and then push the knee away. I went to this design company where I was working yesterday, and they're inviting loads of kids of parents and blah blah blah, but they had all these pumpkins.
Yeah.
I'm like, can you imagine a load of designers there?
Oh,
There will be
yeah.
a massive competition, one who's
Yeah.
going to do the best one. So yeah. Jude's going as a soldier tonight. I'm like, what's that got that to do with Halloween? It's like, oh no, people just dress up now.
I know exactly how this one
Weird,
doing.
isn't it? And then just onto your front, guys, and then let's take 2 lovely counter cats. So take an in breath and gently round and the other way. I got these amazing white eyes last year. They were so freaky, but I couldn't see out of them.
No, I don't like putting things in my eyes.
Well, I used to wear lenses, so I'm alright with that, Karen, but I literally couldn't see.
No.
And then take the heels down. Yeah. Hold. Oh. Feel that last deep stretch, and then just raise your heels a little bit to bend your knees, and then gently, gently walk yourself back to your feet. Slowly, slowly up. We'll do 2 pelvic circles in one direction. So 1, 2, 2 in the other. And then just a little bit of a wrist stretch. And thank you guys, you're all very quiet. Kind of nearly managed. And thank you guys. Have a good